Hi, and welcome back to Pint-Sized Guilt-Free Torah. Jacob is blessing his grandchildren, Ephraim and Manasseh. And the blessing he gives them is V'yidgu l'rov b'kerev ha'aretz. You should grow, multiply like fish in the midst of the land. What is the significance of that blessing, of comparing them to fish and wanting them to be like fish? Two unreal lessons we learn from here. Number one, the Sefer Torah brings from the Sfarim Atikim, that means the ancient books. Why are we compared to fish? Every kosher animal has certain simanim, means certain signs. They have to have split hooves, chew their cud, and various other signs. They have to be prepared in a proper way. That's what makes an animal kosher. But even the most kosher animal, a cow, if you slaughter it improperly, it becomes treif, it becomes non-kosher. But fish remain kosher no matter what. You have a salmon, a tuna, those fish will always be kosher, no matter how they're caught, no matter how they're killed. It doesn't really matter. That's what fish are. They're intrinsically, so to speak, pure. They're always kosher. And that's the idea behind the Jewish soul. No matter who you are, no matter how far you stray from your roots, you think you're a lowlife, or you think you've just gone totally off the bandwagon. You're living with a cult group in the middle of India, far away from civilization. There is always a part of your soul that can never be touched. There's always hope. There's always the ability to pull yourselves out of even the toughest situations. There are numerous stories of Jews, even in Auschwitz, who never lost hope. And this is one of the great blessings that Jacob is giving to his grandsons and to all future generations. Never lose hope. You're like fish. You should be like fish. Fish are pure. You can't ruin a fish. You can't ruin the Jewish neshama. No matter how much you've sullied it, you've tainted it, it's always there. Your pure neshama, getting back to the source, your soul. And we always have that ability. There is always hope, no matter where you are, no matter how bad you think you are, or how low you think you've gone down. No such thing. There's no Yiddish. There's no giving up hope. That's one lesson to learn, the comparison to fish. Another lesson Rav Shlomo Hirsch points out is that fish, when you look at them from the shore, when you look at the sea or the ocean from the shore, all you see is water. You don't see anything. But you go snorkeling, you go scuba diving in the coral reefs, you will see gorgeous things. Now we see cameras, people go down into the depths. There's a whole world going on there. A world of color, a world of beauty, a world where they're just swimming around, schools of fish. And Rav Shlomo Hirsch says the following: Jacob blessed his grandchildren with a similar existence. B'kerev ha'aretz, in the midst of the land, in the midst of the earth, are the generations of Yaakov, Jacob, to live and achieve their own quiet, happy lives in their own separate element, with the world around them having no conception of what such a life means. That's what it means that we are like fish. People don't see us. We're just in our own element. Now, you say, well, we live in the world, we are seen. That's true. Many times people look, both non-Jews and sometimes Jews who have had very little or no exposure to a Torah way of life, and they see a Jew keeping Shabbat, the Sabbath. They see a Jew eating kosher food. And they say, wow, I really feel bad for you guys. You know, you have to, you're limited in how much business you can do. You're limited in what kind of vacation you have. You can't do, something on Shabbos. You're limited in the food you eat, and that's going to affect things. But just like the fish, we have this beautiful life. Like when you're in the coral reefs and you see all these beautiful, gorgeous fish and this whole life they're leading down there. We lead very rich and meaningful lives. I wouldn't give up the Shabbos for anything. Wouldn't give up what I eat, that special food created just for the Jewish soul. Certain foods to eat and certain foods not to eat. These are just some small examples. You really have to experience it. And until, for example, you go down snorkeling and you see the beauty, you don't see it from the shore. And Rav Shlomo Hirsch says that is the blessing. Jewish people, you'll always have your communities, live together. You're going to live in the world, but no one will actually understand or see the beauty of the life you lead. And perhaps that's how we should be. Bekerev haaretz, we're in the midst of the earth, but we flourish in our own realm so that others might not be able to see it, but we are in our own world of beauty. So again, the fish, you can never make a fish non-kosher. The soul, there's always hope no matter where you think you are. That's one lesson. And the second lesson is we're like fish. We have our own little existence. You can't necessarily see it. You have to go down there and experience it. Try to keep a Shabbos, even for a little part of it. Try to put on a pair of tefillin once. Try to light some Shabbos candles. Do some mitzvos, and you can see the beauty far beneath the surface. Two important lessons about fish and being Jewish. Have a great day.